for a lot of people, the hardest thing they have to do is to ask for help.
You're going to help someone. It may be one person, like she said, it may be 10 people, but...
And they're here and they don't feel well, and some of them have gotten some really bad diagnoses.
I look at the hospital as a family, not that I come to work and I have a job.
It's wonderful when you can get up in the morning and you're excited and happy to go to work.
It's just a good feeling to know that what you're doing, and a small part of it, you're making a difference.
Well, we usually start, like Barb said, by listening to their story, finding out what's going on, and doing a screening to find out which way we can best help them. You know, whether that's with financial assistance or, hey, you qualify for Medicaid, let's get you signed up, and not only will this bill get covered, all your bills going forward will also be paid for.
So Jody and I are the medication assistance coordinators, of course, for the hospital. We assist patients not only on the inpatient setting, but the outpatient setting on helping them afford their meds. This could be directly applying to pharmaceutical companies to help make their medications, you know, more affordable to them, applying to maybe some diagnosis-based foundations to get them some funding to cover the co-pays on their expensive medications.
And it feels so good to have that knowledge, to have the resources available to help them. We do everything from just helping them to figure out their finances so they can set up a payment plan, to getting them disability.
I feel like I fight way more for patients than I do myself. I mean, but see, I'm one where I won't accept no. So I'm a fighter, but it's usually for the patient. You know, I don't.
I mean, it's a good feeling when you know you've accomplished something for a patient, but then again, you're doing that for the patient.
For the patient,
and
yeah.
And that's where I get my, I guess you could say, enjoyment.
What we do is really a small thing compared to what the medical staff is doing for our patients, but at the same time, it's a big thing.
Most patients are going to touch you in some way because everybody, you know, some people just don't want to admit that they need help, and that's sometimes tough for some people, and it's very difficult, I think, for anybody to ask for help.
You know, just say if your mom or your dad or your cousin or whoever was in there, and you'd see, you know, and you see, oh, this nice white bed, and it's sheets and the blankets all pretty, and I mean, it makes you feel good when you go home and make your bed and it's all pretty. That's how you should look at stuff at the hospital.
I always try to think as if my family's in there, I know that they deserve the best. So.
That's something you learn, that there is not one person that works in this hospital that doesn't have something to offer and to give to our patients. It could be because they have clean sheets, it could be a delicious meal for them to have, it could be someone making sure the bed goes up and down.
We do it for patients that we have in our hospital that might be living, 2 days or 6 months or whatever. You got to look at it that way, you know. Their last days, making sure that they have everything that they need, and that includes that nice bed and those nice sheets and that nice blanket.
I talked to one of my patients. It made me think of a patient. He just got a kidney transplant. I've had him. He's been one of my longest. And I talked to him. His wife wanted me to talk to him while he's in Seattle, in the bed, right after he had his transplant. And to me, that's something. It does make me cry because he finally got his kidney transplant. And I've been getting him his meds for a while, and I'm going to continue to. But the fact that his wife thought, he wants to talk to you. And I'm the person that, I get him his meds. That's all I do. But I know so much about their lives. And the fact that his wife goes, just a second, he wants to talk to you while he's laying in bed, that just made me really it made me cry too. But that's why I think we do what we do, because it's the feeling, no matter what, that we can do something, a small something for someone, and maybe we make a difference.
I just find this job is so rewarding like for someone to reach out to you and they can't afford their meds, and for me to be able to help them afford their medications or to comfort them. You know, it's one less stress that they have to worry about.
Why work at a place that you don't care?
Because if you do work at a job you don't care, you're gonna make everybody else feel that way. You know, you gotta have some kind of compassion about what you do.
And I think it's good for everybody to see, you know, that works here, because then we just all know we're in this together, and we just want to, all of us are here, everybody that works here just wants to help people and wants to make it better. And I think that's why we're here.
Compassion. It's family. Totally family. I could count on any of these people that I work for.
You want to be able to take care of yourself, and you want to be able to take care of your family. And if it's something as simple as you have a disease like MS or Parkinson's or any kind of, you know, you're a diabetic, that's a tough thing. You decide, do I eat or do I pay for my insulin?
A nurse or a patient calling to look for their treasure, you know, I mean, it's not, you wouldn't think it's a very important thing. It's just like we had this gentleman that was transferred to hospice last week, and he lost his pillowcase that was trimmed in some kind of gold thread. But for whatever reason, you know, he wanted that back. It was his treasure. They're odd things, but they're apparently very meaningful.
When they hired us all, I think I got kind of lucky, because it's a group of people that work well together, and we all share the same kind of values when it comes to our patients coming in here. Well, my day's different every day.
It is?
But the thing that I can count on every day is that it's different every day. And I love the patients that we serve. They are the poor and vulnerable that Providence is here for.
I guess the thing I appreciate the most about a mission is that everybody is treated equally, and the poor and the vulnerable are taken care of. I mean, we're taking care of the people that need it the most. And everybody at some point in their life, I think, is going to be poor or vulnerable.
Most days, at the end of the day, it feels pretty good. You got those patients that you've really been able to help and touch and bond with.
You know, you can make this job just be about helping the hospital. I mean, face it, if income isn't coming in, our doors can't stay open, and we help in that respect. But when you're doing that, it's the listening that's the most important thing.
I think it's important because we wouldn't continue to do what we did if we didn't, you know, love people, love to help people, show, you know, love.
We cry when somebody that we cared about very much has passed away, and we know what a struggle they had, and yeah, we cry.
If you're not expressing love, then you're empty. You gotta have it. You gotta have it. That's what life's all about. And if you don't have that kindness heart, or, you know, that you care about people and the way you live at your job or whatever, you don't get nothing.